Hi everyone, welcome to Click Sports. My name is Shalom Habu, and without any further ado, let us jump into our stories for the week and review the events and the actions from the weekend's games. First up, we have in the EPL, Arsenal beating Leicester City by 1-0. Wow, what can I say about this game? Great win for Arsenal. Finally back to building some momentum, back-to-back wins. Good for Arsenal. We all know about the recent run that they had where they lost and they drew a few games. Wasn't good for them. Lost a bit of ground in the title race, but now they're back and they're still leading by 2 points ahead of Man City. You understand? So it was a good performance for Arsenal. What can I say about the game? Martinelli back to scoring again. He had a dry run after the World Cup where he wasn't scoring, but we could see why he wasn't necessarily scoring. And Mikel Arteta made the necessary changes to help Martinelli, improve his game. And we saw how Martinelli scored the winning goal by bringing Trossard into the middle to also help the team. Well, it was also a great defensive performance from Arsenal. Jorginho was on his game. The two centre-backs were dominant, Jorginho, in fact, most especially, won the most tackles during the game, had the most completed passes, Yeah, and he was just exceptional, It was a classic defensive performance from Arsenal. And yeah, good for them. Let us hope that they can march on. They can keep performing well and march on to the next game and keep winning games and do well in the title race. In the next game, we saw Spurs beat Chelsea by 2-0. Wow, what can we say about this game? More bad news for Graham Potter. Where does it end from here? Well, how does he get a victory? Me, I don't know. But well, as for he and his Chelsea players, man, you guys need to get your act together and figure something out sooner rather than later. The relegation battle is getting closer to you. You keep losing, you don't know when you find yourself in the abyss of the relegation fight, and who knows, Chelsea might be consumed by that. But as for Tottenham, what can we say? Great performance from Tottenham. Goal from Harry Kane. Even in the absence of Antonio Conte, we saw Tottenham still able to provide a solid performance and win by 2-0, beating their close rivals for that matter. So good for Tottenham, good for Spurs. Let's hope that they can build some momentum on from here and keep getting the results to help them climb up the table. City were able to demolish Bournemouth by 4-1 to remain hot on the heels of the Gunners. We saw goals from Julian Alvarez, Erling Haaland, Phil Foden. This City team is a great team, pretty much the best team, best squad of players in the world, but they just can't find the consistency they need to push Arsenal, to give Arsenal the push that is necessary. We saw them going to Arsenal and beating Arsenal 3-1 at the Emirates, only for them to drop points in the next game. Now, well, they've won the last 2 games, but let us hope, let us see some consistency from Pep Guardiola and his men. You understand? This title race is not a joke. Arsenal are not a joke. Arsenal are serious this season. And if City keep winning today, drawing tomorrow, losing the next one, it will not work. It will not work. And don't forget that there is a milestone. There is a landmark milestone to be achieved this season, which is winning the league 3 times in a row. Winning it 3 times in a row will mean that you can win it 4 times in a row. And only one team so far has done it in England, and that's Manchester United. Man City need to do that. You understand? Do that for their fans, for bragging rights. So yeah, on to the next one. We saw Liverpool draw 0-0 with Crystal Palace. What can we say about this game? Well, Liverpool, the same thing as well. No consistency. No midfield at the same time again. Well, tough. Klopp really has to dig in and find solutions to these problems that is facing this team. You understand? We can only wish them best of luck from here. But the top four race is getting hot. We saw Spurs winning. Newcastle dropped out, but you understand, they're out of it, but they will soon play their game in hand and they are in that battle as well. So Liverpool need to pick up and get that form going, get those wins in, and you understand, give your fans some hope. You understand, at least they're going to make it into the Champions League, because Liverpool fans don't want to be in the Europa League, neither do they even want to be in the conference, talk less of being out of Europe as a whole. So Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, players, you understand, find your gear and pick yourselves up and, you understand, get back to winning ways. In the Carabao Cup final, we saw cup final action this weekend. We saw Manchester United beat Newcastle United by 2-0 with goals from Casemiro and an own goal by Sven Botman. Great game. What can I say about the goal scorer Casemiro? Always a leader. This is his 22nd title in his career, you understand, and he proved that he's a leader. He proved that he's a general on the pitch, and he is a key player by grabbing the first goal and, you understand, playing solidly well in midfield to ensure that United were able to get that win. You understand, get the first title in 6 years. You understand, which is good for Erik Ten Hag, his confidence, it's good for his boys' confidence. They finally broken their trophy drought, which has lasted for the last 6 years since the last won anything. So it's good for United. Back to winning trophies. Let us hope that this is the first of many to come. And considering what is going on around the club right now, it's looking like a lot more trophies will be coming in very soon. So let's just hope that Manchester United can keep up the good work and, you understand, gain their success that they deserve. In La Liga, we saw Barcelona lose by 1-0 against Almeria. Not good for Barca, not good for Barca. Although they remain first on the table, but still not good for them. Dropping points at this point in the season is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You don't want to lose ground. You don't want to drop points. You don't want your rivals gaining ground on you. So Barca, Xavi, you guys have to find something. You have to find a way back. Get back to winning ways and get back to winning as fast. This is not good. Losing to Manchester United in the week, during the week, they needed a bounce. They needed a boost. You understand? Only for them to come and lose again. So let's just hope that this does not become another loss again and then another loss. Get back to winning ways, Xavi and your boys, and let us see how title race goes for you. We saw Madrid held at home 1-1 by Atletico Madrid. It was a tough game, you understand, but both sides came to the party. They played a great game. We saw a debutant goal from Alvarez. We also saw Jose Maria Gimenez grab the lead for Atletico Madrid. So yeah, great game for both teams. You understand, they are hot on the heels. Madrid remain hot on the heels of Barcelona. Although it's a point, wasn't a win, but they would have loved to have a win. But still doesn't matter, it's still a point on the table. At least they didn't lose. So at least they can keep up the chase, you understand? As for Atletico Madrid, the top 4 race is on, and this is another good win for them. They remain 4th on the table, so that's good for them. Let's hope that they can find some consistency and, you know, get push for a greater end to the season. You understand? In Serie A, we saw AC Milan beat Atalanta by 2-0, leaving them 3rd on the table. What can we say about this game? It was a great game. Zlatan is back, by the way. He came back during the game, and so he did well while he was on pitch. But the start of the match and the main talk of the match was the goal scorers, Junior Messias and Theo Hernandez. You know what I'm saying? It was a great goal from Theo Hernandez. What a left back. You understand? What a left back that scores so many sublime goals. You understand? That guy is a real player, and any team in the EPL will be good to grab that guy as a left back, especially Arsenal. You understand? And yeah, Atalanta, sad to see them lose. You understand? They lose ground on the top 4 race, but they need to find themselves back and pick themselves up. You understand? Ademola Lookman was quiet during this game. You know, the guy has scored 12 goals this season, and he has been in consistent goal scoring form. But fortunately, AC Milan were able to keep him quiet in this game, and let us hope that they can get back to winning ways in the next game. In the top of the table clash, we saw Napoli, first position, defeat Empoli by 2-0. We saw goals from Victor Osimhen, moving his goal tally in the season to 19 goals. Great for Victor Osimhen, great for Napoli. You understand? They keep on winning, they keep on looking unstoppable, they keep on looking insurmountable. You understand? Kvaratskhelia was great again during the game. Osimhen, best finisher in Europe at the moment, aside from Haaland, I might add. You understand? Great game, great win for them. In second position, we saw Inter Milan lose to Bologna by 1-0. Not a great result for Inter Milan, especially considering they're second on the table and they need to be gaining points right now, not losing points right now. You understand? If they keep another loss again, who knows? Napoli might win the title earlier than they win the title way early than they should actually win the title. They win in a league with teams like AC Milan and Inter Milan. Inter need to find themselves back. They need to find their gear. They need to find their form back and get back to winning ways.
You are watching Click Sports. Click to explore the games.
In combat sports, Deontay Wilder confirms he's had a real discussion with Francis Ngannou about a potential 2-fight deal in Saudi Arabia and Africa, with the bronze bomber hailing the Middle East as a hotbed for boxing. Well, Francis Ngannou, ever since he left the MMA, he has been looking for big fights with boxers. You understand? One day it's Tyson Fury he's talking about, the next day it's Deontay Wilder. But it's good to see he and Deontay Wilder coming together, sitting down, actually talking. You understand? Talking is the first point, is the first starting point to making any big fight. You understand? Talk about it. Now they've talked about it, let us see what comes out of it. It would be great to see Deontay Wilder and Francis Ngannou get it together. Two of the most powerful punchers in the world. You understand? Getting it together, one fight in Saudi Arabia, the next in Africa. Wow, what a spectacle that would be. Great to see, great story, great for the fans, and then give the fighters a chance to make some good money, you know, something to raise their kids. and to heal their wounds also. And then finally, we saw Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul in a split decision fight, even though he was knocked down in the final round of the fight. Wow. Well, I called this fight, and thankfully for me, my prediction came right. I thought maybe the real boxer, will win this fight. Not to say that Jake Paul is not a real boxer, but in terms of pedigree, he doesn't have the same pedigree that Tommy Fury has in boxing. He is still coming up in the game, but it was good to see that he pushed Tommy Fury, a real boxer. You understand? To the final stages of the fight. You understand? He lost on the split, but he lost by a split decision, for that matter. So you understand? Let us wait and see if there's going to be a rematch. I think there should be a rematch in this fight. Let us see if someone is going to get knocked out in the next fight. I think it was a shame that nobody got knocked out in this fight, but it was a keenly contested fight. Both guys gave a good account of themselves. Tommy Fury, the boxer, like I said, edged it in a close fight. Let us hope that it's going to be much better and more exciting fight in the next fight, in the rematch. All the best to both fighters, and best of luck. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in once again. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our videos. It helps the channel grow. Thank you very much, and see you guys next week.